Hello, everyone. This is your full moon reading for December 2021, and it's going to be a pretty interesting one for sure. We are now ending this year, and what a year it has been, hey? Wow. So at this point, we're just going to go right into the reading. We have uh, two different decks that we're working with. And one of the first decks that we have is a Moonology deck that is part two of the first one that I have, which is also by Yasmin Boland. And so this is the manifestation deck I just received. And that's something we're going to be doing a couple cards from, as well as her original, which is the first Moonology deck that I've been working with. So let's get right into it. The first card that we're pulling is I've pulled the cards, but I haven't actually seen them. So the first one we have is the full moon in Cancer. Let your fears dissolve. Now, what is really nice about this is at this moment, I'm trying to get right there. At this moment, there is a lot of fear that really, as we know, it's about everything in the world. There's actually fears that are arising as well from within that are coming out to be dissolved. And so the fears at this point need to dissolve in order to move forward in anything that you do, whether it is your career, your relationship, your life, anything that you want spiritually. You have to let go of fear, because fear is it's one of the lowest vibrations. Fear, and it encompasses a whole an array of emotions that kind of come from it. So anger, disgust, anxiety, anything that has this, and guilt. It has just horrible, low intensity, low vibrations that can pull you down. We know that from when we feel really down or sad or depressed. Um, and so what this is basically saying is that we do need to let this go at this particular time in order to bring in a new, fresh feeling. We need to let this go. We need to let anything that has caused any fears, fear of moving forward in this world as it is too, letting it go and trusting in the unknown, which is really hard to do. Yes, I know I'm saying it, but basically, I know how hard it is to do. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to read through this. So hopefully this is one of the first times, again, I've opened up this, or not opened up this deck, but this is a new deck. So I'm once again trying to find where this is. Let your fears dissolve. Fear and neediness may now be at play. Fear is debilitating, while neediness isn't usually very attractive. Acting out of fear is a risky response. So if you dwell on your insecurities, if you dwell on your insecurities, what you'll manifest is an extension of those insecurities. The reason why we should face our fears is that in doing so, they often simply dissolve. If we don't face them, they can influence us to act in ways we otherwise wouldn't, which means we can end up manifesting the very thing we were hoping to avoid. To see off the fear that's in you, face it right now. Manifesting balance. Find a balance between Cancer's oversensitivity and Capricorn's coolness. Manifesting mindset. Facing your fears and working out where they came from will point you in the right direction and get you into the right mindset. Goes into a manifesting ritual. And your manifesting affirmation will be I completely love and accept myself as I am. I'm going to say that again. I completely love and accept myself as I am. That is something that is one of the key things to take out of this. And in fact, basically what to take out of this full moon. Full moons are completions. What better way to let go and to basically get rid of things that you don't need to take into a new year with, as basically facing the fears that you have and letting things just basically dissolve. What this basically wants you to do is take everything you are. If you have difficulties with believing in yourself, with the confidence that you have within yourself, that you may do this or may not do that. Um, let all of that go. It doesn't matter. Just put it this way. Not to say that you don't matter. It means that you matter a whole lot. These little things that are there can really weigh you down, could put an entire umbrella over top of who you really truly are. And this is at the heart of letting it go so you can become who you really truly are. And all of us have this incredible God seed within us. We have a spark of angelity. It's this beautiful part of us that comes from the universe. And that has not actually tapped, a lot of us have not tapped into that yet. And we haven't actually acknowledged that that's who we are. A lot of us believe that, "Oh, that's just ego," or, why am I that special? In fact, I've actually questioned that several times in my life. Why would I be that special in order to be, a child of the universe, somebody who can do more for other people or can do more for myself? Um, those are all uh, manifestations of a fear that's deep seated. And that's what this is saying, is to get down to the heart of it and face it so that you don't have to look at it again, because it will come up again. It's a cycle. Our life is all about cycles of experience and learning about certain things within our lives in order for us to get to know ourselves better, as well as recognize how incredible we truly are. So this is a wonderful way of basically saying, okay, you know what? You are way more than you are. You are way more than a human being or a human doing. You are a being that is human. So I'm just going to read when to manifest your magic. The best time to do your work, to work your magic, is when the moon is in Cancer, on a Monday, the moon's day, or during the moon's hour. Now, it's just um, we work our magic whenever we feel intuitively when we should do it. And at this time, the energies are so high. Um, we've got the full moon, then we've got the solstice coming up. And I just want to say a little bit about the winter solstice. I'm holding an event, which I will put down into the links below, that is meditation for peace, harmony, and healing for the world. And it's an online live event that will just be a very short meditation that I'll be guiding. So if you're interested in that, click on the link below and you will be able to redirected into an Eventbrite link, which following after that, I will send you a Zoom link if you register. It is a free event as well. So let's go on to the next card and see how this kind of plays into this lovely little story. So the next is the new moon in Aries. Go for it. Oh, I love this one. Just because it's saying, you know what? First things, you let your fears dissolve. Then game on. Let's move this forward. Let's get our lives moving forward in such a way that we want them to manifest the abundance, the love, the relationships, the resources that you truly want. And that you want to bring into your life, because just as much as you can manifest your abundances and the things that you want, you can also manifest that which you do not want. It's what you put your mind to, right? And basically, if you put an attention or intention to it, attention to it, you're going to manifest it, no matter what that is. And so if it's a fear, if it's something that, for example, if it's a relationship, you're fearing getting into a relationship that will cause any type of heartache or be a reminiscence of a past relationship that you've had, then you're harboring or taking in and keeping that fear lodged within you. You're not letting go. And doesn't necessarily mean that letting go is to repeat the same cycle. This is actually a chance for you to learn from that first cycle and move forward and establish personal boundaries with what you're willing to take and what you're not. So we're going to go straight into reading the new moon in Aries. and basically say, hey, you know what? Let's just let's just let go of all the guck so that we can bring in some of the new. That to me just is a perfect way of saying, okay, yeah, you know what? Now's the time. This whole year was all about letting go, was all about karma, being getting rid of karma, if you want to look at it that way. And now it's time to go for it. This card heralds good news, opportunities abound, and the outlook is positive. Go through the doors that are opening up to you. There's every reason to believe you'll create what you want, even if you feel a long way from your goal. Keep going and be courageous. Chase your dreams with childlike enthusiasm and expect your desires to be satisfied. Don't sit around making plans. Do take action. The time is crucial. Chase your goal. Believe in divine timing, in love. Make the first move if you dare. Financially, be proactive. Manifestation focus. This card is an especially good sign if you need more courage or determination, or if you're chasing someone or something. Manifesting mindset. Be driven, determined. Take action. Ditch faint-heartedness. So basically, and I'll just keep it at that because I have a few things to say about this. In our past, we have been we've gone through a lot. And I'm speaking to a lot of people who will probably resonate with this, in whether they're light workers or people who have felt that they have basically had a very filling life, a very filled life. You've gone through a lot. I mean, that is probably a gross understatement, but you've gone through a lot. And I know you're tired because I am tired too. What that also means is that in this time period when we have let go or basically dealt with a lot of um, our own stuff and probably some other people's stuff, we are now at a particular time that some abundance needs to come. If you think about the universe is a yin and yang. It's a black and white. It's actually a little bit more of a gray, but it's an opposite. So you have balance and then imbalance. You have the feminine, you have the male or the masculine. You have so many different things. If in order to really experience joy and happiness, you have to experience feeling down and sadness. And the reason for that is because of these opposites, because of the feeling that you get, the emotional energy that is put out with those feelings. The opposite is always that much greater in feeling. It feels wonderful when you go through a time of low and you go into this incredible, joyful time period where everything seems to be working. Those who are tired, we're looking forward to that. I'm sure you are. And we know that in this last year and even the year before in 2020, these are transformative, transitional years. We're basically in the age of Aquarius. And what it is it's a transition into it. And it may be a long one, and we probably will all end up being like basically not being here when the true nature of the age of Aquarius actually comes in. But as we go into this new line of this particular era, it's been a bumpy start. And I think in a lot of ways too, we've basically we've been forced to kind of move into this transformative situation by many different controlling factors. I will only say that much. Controlling individuals. And as it is, we're going into a time of truth. This year was only the beginning. I'm going to say that much. I feel that this next year, we are going to be in for a lot of shocking truths. Now, I'm talking life altering, shocking news, different truths that we had never thought of happening, which is fine because our lives become better with truth. In this third card, let's see the end of this story here. The last quarter moon in Scorpio reveal what needs to be seen. Now, that's a beautiful little story out of the three we have. And I'm going to hold these up here. We have, oh, first off, let's go through this. Let your fears dissolve. Whoops. Go for it and reveal what needs to be seen, which is the true you. Reveal the true you. Reveal that which needs to be seen. We are, like I said, star beings. We are beings of the universe. We have a lot of light within us, and that needs to be seen. And what comes out when that needs to be seen? The truth. The truth of who you are. And the world needs to see that truth. We're all so different. We're all so unique, and the world needs to see that because we cannot hold it back any longer. So we're going to read through this and see where this takes us. Reveal in the last quarter. So basically, let's take a quick look at the last quarter. Actually, let's just check this out. Sorry to hang on to that. Last quarter moon in Scorpio. Okay. Last quarter moon cards. Okay. It's interesting because again, this is brand spanking new, but what I should say is that this last year was a continuation basically of the year previous. And I understand that there's only so much we can take until something changes in our lives. And in that sense too, we're reaching a culmination. We're reaching a climax. I believe that that's this coming year, that we're going to see probably towards the end of the year, a climax of what this transition or transformation is all about. So let me read this. Reveal what needs to be seen. There's a typo in here. There are some things that people just don't like to talk about. Drawing this card suggests there's an issue or situation in your life now that might not be easy to air. Or perhaps you feel that you shouldn't air it. That's fine. Now is a time for you to reveal only what you want to be seen. Don't feel the need to discuss everything with everyone. Some matters require discretion. The less codependent you are, the better chance you have of getting what you want. That's very true about whatever it is that you want to reveal. Be discretionary in this. Manifesting mix. There are two forces at play and neither wants to budge. Strong is good, stubborn is a problem. Isn't that true? Manifesting mindset. When you no longer feel the need to tell everyone what you're manifesting, you're ready to start manifesting. You know, that's really interesting to see that actually written down. I've always thought about that too. If you always continually say that you want to manifest this, you're wanting to manifest this, it's almost like it's putting it off. It's like, I wish I could do this. If you wish you could do it, that means that somewhere in your conscious, or subconscious mind, you're basically saying that I can't do this just yet. Why is that? Maybe look at that. Instead of saying that, use the words I am, I have, as though you already have it. Manifestation powers are very high right now. So what you say is very important. No matter if you say it to yourself or you say it to other people, what you say holds energy, and energy is definitely there to manifest and to allow us to experience our world through a material type of situation, especially where we are right now. In this particular density of Earth, we manifest very, very quickly. So watch what you say. That's that discretionary part. Watch what it is that you say that you want to manifest, because of the fact that quite quickly you can. And that could very well be a great thing, but it could also be the opposite of what you're looking for and what you want. So this is a wonderful way of looking at it. Just be very, have discretion in what it is that you say or even think about what it is that you want to manifest. So let your fears dissolve, go for it, and reveal what needs to be seen and only what needs to be seen. Although I do say that there is a you within that needs to come out, and that's the revealing part. Little by little, you will be dealing with what you need to deal with, all your stuff. And if you don't, and if you keep suppressing it, two things may happen. One, the universe is going to force it out of you somehow, because it does. Or two, if you suppress so long, then a physical manifestation will erupt within you. And that could be a physical illness of some sort. So just be mindful of that part. Let things go. This is a time of letting go. So it's very natural to do so. So we're going to go into the next Moonology deck. And the card that we have here is your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon. So yes, your commitment is being tested. I have to say it because this is actually what is coming up. Your commitment to you being a human being, a being being human on this earth is being tested at this time. And a lot of us we see what is happening. We see how people are so separated. We see how there's a dissonance between thought patterns, and compassion seems to be a little bit skewed and falling short. And especially this particular time of year, we're heading into Christmas. And Christmas was always a fairly giving time. It was a loving time for people to be with one another. We had families that were always getting together, families and friends. This was a time of community and commitment to having friendship, love, compassion, caring, and kindness. And you've noticed, I'm sure, that there are certain controls / restrictions that have created a separation between people. And this is saying, what do you want in your life? Do you want to remain that way? Would you like to remain separated from the people that you love in general, compassion in general? Would you want to remain separated from that? I think most of us actually have thrived on compassion and love, and we are committed to it. This is what most human beings on this planet are actually here to thrive in doing, is creating and exercising compassion on this planet. So I believe that this is actually something that goes through into 2022. This is your commitment is being tested as a being that is human. Keep that in mind. And we're going to read through the first quarter moon. This time I'm going to look it up at the front instead of taking forever for it. Sorry about that. Okay, first quarter moon. These are all different. Maybe I should just put little tags or something on, right? That way I would be able to see this a whole lot easier. So, and I could just put this on pause, eh? In fact, oh, there we go. Okay. Note to self, right? I will put a tag on this. It just means that I have to look at the cards at that point. I don't really want to. I want to just kind of get this on the fly, feel what I have, the intuitive, feelings I have with each card. Anyways, let's go on. So there could be some challenges coming your way, but they're just the universe's way of testing you. The first quarter moon calls for you to face any hurdles with confidence. What you actually think is possible. If you believe you can do it, then you probably can. If you spend your life affirming that something is too big for you to surmount, it probably is. See how it works. Do you believe your dreams will come true, or have you secretly already given up? Showing some commitment now will help you move towards your desired outcome. What you believe to be true is true for you, so believe in yourself. Attune to the moon. I am committed to my dreams and move towards them with confidence. It's a big one, is having confidence that this is happening, because that's what solidifies the manifestation. Additional meanings for this card. I'm going to read this because this might resonate with some of you. The answer to your question is yes, but not yet. You're halfway to your goal. You still need to put in a bit more effort. Sometimes we just need to realize how much we want something. Yeah, it's true. If something is taken away, then you now realize how much you really want it. You need to recommit to someone or something. The teaching. In the lunar cycle, the first quarter moon comes between the new moon and the full moon. It's a time when the sun and the moon are at a hard astrological angle to each other, and this can prompt a small crisis. No matter when you pull this card, you need to see any dramas as a stepping stone to where you want to be. It can also be a time when you need to stay strong through a storm. So, yeah, 2020, 2021, 2022 is going to test us. I'm not going to lie, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is not going to be easy. However, this is also saying you make it what you make it to be. So in other words, if you believe it's going to be the most challenging time of your life, it will be the most challenging time of your life. The test that the universe gives you is basically something that allows you to grow. So how will you look at it? Will you look at it as, oh, woe is me? Or basically, I don't know what to do anymore with this, and just give up, which actually sometimes is a good thing. It's just giving it up to the universe, giving it up so that you're getting out of your own way. Or would you like to see something particular happen? I, for one, would like to see compassion in this world. I would like to see the dissonance between people come back together so that people are more willing to be with each other no matter what the situation is. It is getting tiring of basically, seeing the separation between individuals and hearing it, especially social media has so much. I've kind of given up on it, aside from me being here for you guys. And I'm really grateful to be here for all of you, and for your subscriptions, as well as for the views. I just want to see people be happy. And I know that in the new year, it's going to be very important for us to be committed to us moving forward. And with that moving forward, that means taking advantage of self-care, recognizing that you are way more, way, way, way more than just a human being and a human doing. That you have an opportunity right now to grow in spirit, to grow with your spiritual development, that internal side of you that governs your kindness, your love, your gentleness, your compassion for yourself as well as for the rest of the world. And this is what we need to cultivate. And I believe that commitment, when I'm saying this in a mass video like this, it basically is saying our commitment to each other and to the human race in general is very much being tested. And at this time, we have the opportunity to come together. So hopefully, this is the beginning. This is basically the beginning of what could be something that can continue for quite some time. And the stronger that we feel with our own selves, the stronger we can be for everyone else around us, as well as lift the spirits of those who are around us who need that. So with that, I will conclude, and I will say thank you so very much for watching the video, and please like if you do, and subscribe to my channel. There will be more coming out as well. I have this in the plans. As well, take a look at the link for the winter solstice meditation I'm holding on the 21st of December. And have a wonderful full moon this weekend, December 18th in the Northern Hemisphere. And I think it stays that way for the Southern Hemisphere as well. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope to see you in my next reading, which will be a winter solstice reading. Thanks again. Bye for now.